Hey, family, have you ever looked around and wondered, how am I supposed to grow in this mess? Maybe you're in a place where you're surrounded by negativity, by discouragement, or even people who's given up on life, on purpose, and on God. But before we jump in, make sure you hit the subscribe button and join this growing family of faith, of healing, and real conversation. And if this speaks to you, you're going to want to stick around for this one. Now, I want to share a moment that stopped me in my tracks and a word from God that I believe is going to breathe life into your season. Some of you guys may have seen the clip of me on TikTok about the palm tree that I saw in New Orleans. But listen, that short video, that was just the beginning. There is so much more God gave me that I want to share with you right here and right now. So this is the story. So I was walking in New Orleans, right? And I was with my wife. We were just enjoying the scenery, minding our own business. And then I saw something that made me pause, something that stirred in my spirit. Picture this, a small palm tree, not big, not flashy, but man, it was thriving. It was vibrant. It was shiny. It was full of life. It really just, my eyes just was, drawn to it. But here's the kicker. Everything around it was opposite. It was surrounded by taller palm trees, but they were brittle, they were dry, they were dusty, they were sunburned. I mean, they was not pleasant to look at. And right there, God dropped a word in my spirit that I know is for somebody watching and not just for me. God said, sometimes you won't get the luxury of being planted around healthy people. You don't get to choose the environment that you're in all the time. But God began to tell me and show me that you can still thrive in the midst of toxic people. Somebody needs to hear this, and that somebody may be you. You may be surrounded by people who gave up, by people who speak death instead of life, by people who drain you instead of pouring into you. And maybe you're asking God, God, how am I supposed to grow in this? How do I stay strong in a place like this? But here's the truth. God didn't plant you there to blend in. He planted you there for you to stand out. You were placed in that circle, in that season for a reason. And guess what? You're still growing despite what it looks like, despite what it sounds like. You're still shining. You're still producing fruit, even when everything around you looks dry, when everything around you looks brittle, when everything around you looks dusty, you're still producing. That little palm tree reminded me of what it means to live with purpose, even in a place that doesn't seem promising. Maybe your job, maybe you're working a job where everybody's negative. Maybe your family doesn't support your faith. But if God planted you there, then he will keep you there and he'll use you, right? This is what I've learned. I've learned that he'll use you to show other people what it looks like to live amongst dead things. Let's go to the word. Jeremiah 17:7-8 says, "But blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. They will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream. It does not fear when heat comes. Its leaves, they are always green. It has no worries in a year or of a drought, and never fails to bear fruit." That's you, planted by the water, rooted in the word of God. Even when the heat comes, even when you feel spiritually dry, you don't stop bearing fruit. Why, you ask? Because your source, it isn't the soil that's around you, it's the stream that's within you. So don't let toxic people or toxic surroundings make you feel like you're not called. Don't let dead environments convince you that your growth is dead too. God sees you, God planted you, and most importantly, God will keep you. And when it's your time, he'll elevate you from that environment. But until then, he'll sustain you in it. That's the good thing about God. So don't give up. Don't shut down. Don't try to blend in, but be the thriving tree in the desert. Be the life in the middle of lifelessness. Be the light in dark places, because he planted you there for such a time as this. So if you ever felt overlooked, overwhelmed by people around you, just remember the same God that planted you is the same God who's going to water you, and the same God who's going to watch over you as he watched over that little palm tree. Listen, God bless you for watching, and I want to encourage you to keep showing up because, I believe that when you show up, God will too. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. Simply say, I'm planted. God bless you.